Every lasting change I've made has started out with one small step. Not to take anything away from being courageous, but you do have to watch where you're going. Shit happens, I get it, but you still gotta man up and take that first step. Let's face it, life changes all the time, so we gotta change too. We can't treat our bodies like we're 20 when we're actually 40. We can't be thinking of ourselves all the time when we have kids.
Papa, look, my iPad is frozen.
We can't ignore the signs that we have put on weight when we know so much. Seriously, have you ever felt your watch strap tightening on your wrist? You know it's trying to tell you something. We can't work soulless jobs when we know that they are killing us. Alex, you wanna get some food?
Huh? You mad ah? We gotta rush this out for the presentation tomorrow. Sleep is for the weak. Wait, did you say food?
We can choose to change, or we can wait until we don't have a choice. Holy cow. So, how often is it that you considered making a change and then you think, oh, it's gonna take too long. I don't know if it'll work. People will think that I'm weird. Somebody else has already done it better than I can. And the list goes on and on. Here, my friend, are some reality checks to those fears that will help you. There is always this guy that will wait for the girls that he loves. While that is admirable, the point is, you gotta start instead of telling yourself to wait. No offense, Goblin, but not everyone can wait 200 years. If you start today, you're gonna be in a better place next year. If you start in 5 years, you're gonna be in a better place in 6. Right now is the right time. Speaking of which, you'll never know until you try. There was this one time I went arm wrestling against a dude that was much bigger than I was, and I thought, no way I'm going to win this. Papa Bear here was probably psyched up and thinking, let's go. And I'm like, yep, I'm just gonna go home. Anyway, we had a go at it and pop, before I knew it, I won. That's the thing, you'll never really know until you try. And most of the time, people will think you're weird whether you realize it, and that won't kill you. Think about it. The planet has over 7 billion people, so don't worry about someone not liking you. If the people around you were exactly like you, would you really be enticed to connect with them? Probably not. So then, someone else has done it better than I can? Totally. I agree with that. And that someone else started off somewhere too. Looking at the ant scurrying past my desk, it makes me think that probably this ant has its life all figured out. Does it do a better job than me? Maybe. Am I worried about losing to an ant? Well, not really. See, if I was an ant...
So, are we on a date?
Nuh-uh, this is a fig. What the brain? Anyway, do you ever get the thought that you're not ready? Truthfully, you'll never be ready because you don't know what you don't know until you've really started. You can have the greatest ideas in the world, but while you're daydreaming about how this great idea can take off, your friend Jake here is busy living the dream. Looking up, you see his shiny teeth and great idea plastered everywhere around you. And then you realize, I had this idea too. Don't wait, my friend. Remember earlier on I mentioned about weight gain? Doesn't it get under your skin when you hear people go,
I eat and I don't gain weight. I can eat junk food all day. Wanna get some boba tea?
See, these are the times where Google really comes in handy. And those thoughts like, I don't want to, are not the way to go. You don't have to not want to. Instead, you need to want something as a result. For instance, you don't want to give up your donuts, but you want to be healthier. And it's gonna be tough because it's gonna taunt you.
Please eat me. Please eat me.
But you gotta be tough. You gotta stand firm. Take that as a starting point and watch your sugar levels. So another thought that often challenges you is the feeling that you can never do it. Some time ago, a colleague came to me to ask for advice. At some point in the conversation, he said,
How am I gonna face people if I fail? I'm gonna need a mask to hide all my emotions.
I'm like, don't do that. And if you're feeling a little self-conscious about your personality and people might look at you and judge you, you shouldn't. Like I said, there's always people that's gonna find you weird and it's okay. The more you expose yourself to the world, no, not that kind of exposure, the more people will like you for who you really are, the man behind the mask. Breathe in and you've got this. Which brings me to the most unique excuse that I hear. Why bother if it isn't broken? So I've got to say, every single time that I post the artwork that I've worked so hard upon, the reactions go like,
Nice work. Hey, good work there. Cheers, bro.
and so on. And when I take a couple of minutes to create some comedic stuff or those slice of life moments, people go like, point taken, it's broken. End of story. So everyone has to start somewhere, as long as you do. See, I don't like keeping facial hair, but every time I shave, my neighbor will go like, how dare you, you look much better with a beard. And my other would be like, took you long enough, you look awful with the beard. Just remember, dare to do things for yourself and not others. Adapting to change is a great skill to have, but don't lose your sleep over it.
You don't need her. You got me.
What? No. Have some reasonable expectations and remember that success typically takes years. It doesn't happen overnight. This applies for all YouTubers out there, even the great ones. They started off somewhere and they won the battle against all the odds. Start small and the results will be life-changing. More importantly, remember that life goes on while you are making these changes. You can't wait for until you are out of debt, healthier, or for success to come rolling. Life is happening as we speak, and it is up to you, regardless of the circumstances, to choose how you will experience it. Don't wait. So, are you gonna wait 200 years to subscribe? Nah, I'm just kidding. Wait. Don't wait. Just don't. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.